Hi, welcome to my first movie review. Today we'll be discussing Pixar's newest film, Elio. This will be kind of spoiler. There'll be a little bit of spoilers, so if you don't want to see and hear any spoilers, go see the movie first and then watch the review. Also, if you hear background noise, that's the air conditioner. I'm sorry, I hope it's not too loud. Okay, so Elio is Pixar's newest film. It's about a child named Elio who gets he's obsessed with aliens. He wants to be abducted by them. He wants to go to a different planet. He hates his life on Earth. He's misunderstood. So yeah, so he does get abducted by aliens, and he meets this like alien government. I forgot the name, but yeah, basically it's a government full of alien ambassadors, and they mistake him for in for the leader of Earth. So now he has to create peace between them and this like evil overlord who's Gordon's father. This is Gordon, who's an alien Elio befriends. So yeah, so let's talk about the characters. So Elio is a creative, imaginative person. He's very like socially awkward though, so no one really understands him. Everyone thinks he's crazy, and I can relate to that. Like being like like having a lot to say but being unable to because no one really listens to you. Like there's a scene where Elio's talking to Gordon and he's like, I thought Earth was the problem, but what if it's me? What if I'm just not a likable person? And yeah, I can relate to that. I think Elio will be an easy character for people to project themselves onto and relate to because, yeah, a lot of people I'm sure have felt like that at one point. So then there's Gordon, his alien best friend, who's a really funny character. He's always fun. You can tell and they get actual children to voice these characters. You can tell the child voicing Gordon had a lot of fun because she sounds like genuinely excited. I don't remember the actress's name. I know it's a girl, but yeah, I forgot her name. But yeah, you can tell she's having a lot of fun voicing the character. Um, and then there's Elio's aunt Olga, who's raising him because his parents are dead. It's a Disney movie, so obviously the parents are going to be dead. Um, so her name is Olga. I don't really know. I didn't really know how I felt about her at first because like she seems like a good parent. She seems to care about Elio, but at the same time, she's like telling him to like stop with his quote unquote fantasies and to just be a normal kid and make friends. And that I don't know. It just she wasn't very supportive at first, even though she was trying her. It did feel like she was trying her best, but yeah, by the end, she did become more supportive. Obviously, she found out the aliens were real and Elio was right. So by then, she was more supportive, and she realized that she loved Elio just the way he was, and so yeah, that was good. Um, and also she's in the military, which is how Elio gets in contact with the aliens. Basically, this tech guy who oh crap, I forgot his name, but yeah, basically he believes in aliens too, and he tells them that he got contact with them. So when no one else is there, Elio sneaks in and talks to them, and that's how they find out who he is, and they go to Earth, and that's why they think he's the leader. So yeah, his aunt Olga sends after he does that, she sends him to this like basically military boot camp where he gets beat up, and then that's where the aliens come in and abduct him, and they replace him with like this clone that looks exactly like Elio, and they send him back to and that's how he got see his eye. That's an eye patch because he got punched in the eye by the bullies. So yeah, so the aliens create a clone of Elio and send the clone to Earth so no one will know that he's gone. And at first, Elio thinks that his aunt likes the clone better than him, but then it turns out that his aunt actually realizes that that's not actually Elio, and then she like does a DNA test where she realizes it's not really him, and then the clone explains to her where he's a clone and the real Elio is on another planet, and so she creates a message to the aliens in the beginning of the movie Elio tries to do that so that he'll get abducted, and so his aunt does that again to get the aliens to bring him home, and Elio sees this, and that's what makes him realize that his aunt really does care about him, and that was a really emotional moment. And then there were a lot of emotional moments in this movie, like Gordon. I'm not going to spoil it, but basically there's some really emotional moments between Elio and Gordon. There's a really emotional moment between Gordon and his father, the Overlord. This movie, family is a big theme in this movie, which is similar to a lot of Pixar movies like The Incredibles and Finding Nemo. So yeah, this did feel like a Pixar movie. A lot of people didn't like this movie for some reason, but yeah, I thought it was really good. I'm trying to think what other characters. There's I'm sorry, I don't remember a lot of these characters' names, but there's one character who's who's friends with the bullies, but clearly like feels bad for Elio. Like the bully, I think the bully's name was Caleb. Caleb was picking on Elio, and the other kid, was it Henry? I don't know, but he felt bad for Elio, and he clearly like didn't want to. He clearly didn't want to bully Elio, and then later in the movie, Elio contacts the kid for help, and the kid helps him. So it's implied that him and Elio become friends after that. And so, yeah, so, I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, so was there any bad things about the movie? The animation wasn't great. My cousin pointed out that it starts kind of looks like clay now, which I agree with. It does kind of look like clay. There's some scenes in particular where that really shows, like the scene where Elio is making his clone, and like it turns into this like goo, and then morphs into Elio. As it morphs into him, it looks bad. I'm sorry, it just looks bad. It does look like clay. But other than that, no, it wasn't that bad. Like it's not really that noticeable, other than a few scenes. Um, but yeah, overall, I think this movie was really good. Um, the yeah. So it's definitely not the best Pixar movie. Like I don't think you can ever beat the classics like Toy Story, Finding Nemo, The Incredibles. But yeah, this movie was really good, and I do recommend you go see it. Um, yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.